How is it that some people can overcome what seems like insurmountable tragedy and manage to find a life of even greater meaning? In 1978, Laura Barton became a quadriplegic, and that's only the beginning of her remarkable story. A story that ultimately involved a whole community, a community that sprang up thanks to Laura. She had been an accomplished musician, but after her neck was broken, she had to relearn to sing. Within a year, she was teaching classes, performing in choirs and recitals, tutoring, and soon opened a music studio of her own. She went on to complete a BS in Business Administration at USF. As a non-stop volunteer, she takes on many roles in her church and community, from event planning to everything musical, enriching and inspiring the lives of everyone she touches. Laura, it was 1978, and you were driving south with a work colleague. Tell me what happened.
My friend, Lori Griswold, and I had just started a business, and so we were on our way to Los Angeles to go to a Music Teachers Association convention. And we just got onto Highway 5 and driving down there when the back of the car started to shimmy. The brakes didn't work, and we went up the embankment and turned over 2 times. Well, so Lori broke her collarbone. I broke my neck with the smashing down of the roof of the car.
You then, wake up in a hospital. You were given a dire diagnosis. What was your reaction?
Well, first, when they said I wouldn't be able to, I'd be paralyzed the rest of my life, I thought, well, why did they save me? But then I thought, well, I guess God must have something for me to do, and we'll go on from here.
So your initial reaction was not, what a tragedy. It was, I've been saved to do something. Were you overwhelmingly depressed?
Actually, not at all, until I got out of the hospital. Then going home and seeing all the things that I couldn't do in my own home, yes, I was depressed.
And what was the role of people in your life?
Oh, wonderful. I mean, it was everything. At the hospital itself, right away, my boss got me a special phone that I could hook up so that I could call and talk to people all over the world while lying totally flat, not moving. I mean, it was amazing. A lot of visitors, like one of them did a little percussion concert for me when I was facing down, on the striker frame, and he was on the floor with all these instruments. And it was wonderful. A couple of ladies came every week to help feed me before I could feed myself.
So to what extent do you attribute maybe your attitude or your spirit to the people who rallied around you?
That's what I attribute it to, is all those people who helped me. And then getting out of the hospital, even more people helped me. So, yeah, it's the take a village kind of thing.
Was that surprising to you? Were there any surprises in there?
Yeah, that whole thing was surprising to me. That so many people helped me. And I mean, out of the hospital, there were teams of volunteers. When I have to get catheterized every afternoon, and I still do, all these 40 years, still same thing. And that was always by volunteers. My sons were trained to turn me and also to transfer me. One son, who stayed in the area, turned me until I got married in 2000, so that's a lot of years.
Wow.
Turning me in the night.
For a while, you actually drove a van, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
For a lot of years. Yeah, it was interesting because after I was out of the hospital a while, I got this call, and somebody in Van Nuys, California, had made these special vans. When you were asking me about being depressed, I kind of thought when I said I would like this van, that it would give me the opportunity to drive up north of San Francisco and drive over a cliff if I wanted to end my life. However, actually, once I started driving by myself, it was this wonderful, freeing feeling of being, I could be alone and go where I wanted to go. I mean, I never thought about the other thing again, you know. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of depression.
Wow. How hard was it for you to relearn to sing?
I think I might not have even tried except for another friend who was my voice teacher. And she came over to see me not too long after I was out of the hospital, pushed my wheelchair up to the piano and said, "Let's sing." I was a little weak and took lots of extra breaths, but it felt really good. I was back to singing, and I also started teaching again, too.
Are there any? And if so, what are the biggest silver linings?
I think the biggest silver lining was having only one girlfriend before this accident and having like 40 girlfriends afterwards. I mean, there were at least like 45 different people who have been volunteering and cathing me all these years. And one came like every Friday, Ursula Raman, every Friday for 25 years. And the other people, there's two left who are just retiring. They're the last people who have done it all the way from the beginning. That means 40 years worth of coming over and volunteering. 3 months after I came home from the hospital, my boyfriend at the time, Peter, arranged for 3 other couples and us to go out to dinner to this fish restaurant. And the 3 of the people are people who have a lot of sense of humor already. And between the 3 of them, cracking jokes, and we were just splitting our sides with laughter that day. And I just remember thinking, I'm really glad I'm here now. I'm glad I'm alive, because I wouldn't want to miss this night for anything.
Do you know someone who has overcome significant hardship and has an inspiring story to tell? Someone who has sacrificed or given over and above to the community and deserves some recognition? If so, please contact us with your nomination for next year's Local Hero Awards. To find out more about our local heroes and to watch interviews with all the winners, visit our website, midpennmedia.org. At the Mid-Peninsula Community Media Center, you can make your own videos and television programs and take classes in all aspects of media production. You can also hire our professional services team. To find out more about that, go to mcproservices.com. Congratulations to all our winners, and thank you for watching.